In this web tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use Interlibrary Loan. It's a very, very simple service. Now, first, you have to know what you want to get. So the first step is to find something, whether it's an article or a book or a chapter in a book that you want to have. And I have found a book that's relative to my own research, which I want to obtain. John Eliot's Mission to the Indians Before King Philip's War by Richard W. Cogley. Now, the next step is to go to the Ghent University Library website, lib.ugent.be. And the first thing that you should always do before going to Interlibrary Loan is to check and make sure that we don't already have the item in question. The people at library services can get quite annoyed if they have to look at request forms for things that we already have. It wastes their time. So make sure we don't already have it. I'm just going to type the title in. First part will suffice. Then I'm going to hit Search Collections. No results for your search. We don't have it. So my next step is to go to Interlibrary Loan. Now, in order to do that, I first have to sign in to the library website. You can see up here on the English version of the site, there's sign in. On the Dutch version, aanmelden. So click aanmelden. If you are a University of Ghent student, then you automatically have a UGent account. It's the same thing that you use to log into your email and to Minerva. That's all been made one thing now. Aanmelden mit UGent account. And Cas will log me in without asking for my user's name or my password. Now, on my library account, I can see several things. The option to log out. I can look at what I have on loan right now, which is always good if you're not sure when something is due back. I can look at my requests, things that haven't arrived yet, see have I requested this already. And I can order new things. Nieuwe documentlevering, IBL. On the English version, new document delivery, ILL request. Click here, and what comes up is a page with 3 different forms. Request an article, request a book, request a chapter. Now this request a chapter is useful if you are looking for one specific essay or article in an edited collection. You don't want the entire book because the other chapters are not of interest to you, so you just want one chapter. Then ask for just that chapter, and it will be either photocopied or, more often now, a digital scan will be made and that will be sent to you. I'm looking for a book, so I'm going to say request book. Now, the fields with the asterisks, that's the bare minimum of what you must fill out in order for library services to find the item that you're looking for. So, the author, the title of the book, and your email address, because remember, they have to be able to get in touch with you in order to say it's arrived. So, author's last name, comma, first name, And because I already have this up in the other window, I can just come over here and copy paste the title into the title field. Now for the other information, in a book, there's a very quick way to find it. If you're on Google Books, just scroll down to the publication information page. It's just behind the cover, all right? Now, I'm not looking for a particular edition. As far as I know, there's only one edition. Copyright 1999. Fill that in the year field. Published by, as we can see, Harvard University Press. The place of publication, that's going to be Cambridge, Massachusetts. Sometimes that's listed on this page. More often, however, these days, it's not. Simply because so many publishing companies have offices in so many different cities. If a city is listed, just fill in the first city listed. If necessary, you can always find the ISBN. That's not given to you automatically. Sometimes it's listed here, and here it is, ISBN. So you could also fill that in as well, although because this is an image, you can't copy paste it in. However, I've provided enough information for finding it so far, so I'm not going to bother with that this time. When you think that you've provided enough information, scroll down. Although, one thing that I should remark upon here, if you are looking for a particular volume, that is to say, if the book you are looking at comes in 3 separate books, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, you must fill out this field. If you want all of the volumes, say all volumes. If you want a particular volume, specify which one. The library people cannot read your mind. Good as they are, they're not that good. So always give them enough information to find what you're looking for. It'll save everybody a lot of time and irritation. Now, make sure that your email has been entered. If you want to receive notification by phone, then enter your KSM number. Then, before clicking on Anfragen, you must say, I am prepared to pay for this service, because it is a paying service. You will have to pay for it, which is why you should always do your best to make sure that what you're looking for is what you actually need and want to have. Because while the prices aren't exorbitant, the money does add up quickly. So always be aware of how much you've ordered. That way you won't get an unpleasant surprise when you arrive at the Buchentoren to collect the items. And then all you have to do, hit Anfragen. Your request is being prepared. Now, I have already borrowed this, so it's already in my request list. And you can see status, item on loan. If I didn't already have it, then you would see just this, and the status would be processing request. This is why it's always a good thing to check and see, did I already order this? Now, something else that you have to keep in mind with interlibrary loan. It is not the case that everything that you request, that you'll be able to take it home with you. Some libraries are very particular about their loans and will specify before lending the item out to University of Ghent that the item can only be read in the reading room at the Boekentoren. So, and there's no way to know beforehand if that's going to be the case. So don't be surprised if you're told that, yes, you can read the item, but it has to remain in the library. Sometimes it happens. Be prepared to spend time in the library. You should be willing to do. We have a great library. The reading room is plenty big. People are generally quiet. It's not such a huge deal. Obviously, with things that are probably going to be sent to you electronically, such as articles and chapters from books, that won't be the case. You won't have to worry about that. The other thing that you need to do is to remember that when you borrow something through interlibrary loan, the library that lends it decides whether or not you can renew the loan. And it's not likely that they're going to allow one renewal after another. At most you will have the chance to renew it once, but often you won't have the chance to renew the loan at all. So something that you should do is restrict the number of things that you request from interlibrary loan at any one time. This means that you have to plan your research. You have to be organized. Because say you have checked out 5 different books, and they're are each good for just 2 weeks, and they arrive all at once. Are you going to be able to thoroughly read and summarize and take notes on 5 books within 14 days? Probably not. So don't do all of your borrowing through interlibrary loan at once. Space it out if you can. And that's how you use interlibrary loan. It's very simple.